So you come home from your 9 to 5 and start your 3 hour deep work session on your side hustle or business. You don't have the time during the week, so you're going to make up for it in quality, focus, and productivity. But by the end of the 3 hours, you realize you haven't actually entered flow state once. Instead, your attention has been scattered, distracted by social media, notifications, and emails. I'm Thomas Webb. I'm a doctor full time, and I'm also working on my side hustle, which is building a community. So I'm really obsessed with deep work right now and trying to maximize the time I have to work on my side hustle. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I use the concept of the wall of no to allow me and trick my brain to have no choice but to focus on one thing at one time. So let's get into it. Okay, so how to do 3 hours of deep work after a 9 to 5 using the wall of no. So first of all, let's define deep work. Deep work is focusing on one thing at one time, which is our business. So what is focus? The noun is the center of interest or activity. The verb, to focus on something, I focus, is paying particular attention to. So that's what we're doing. We're paying particular attention to our business and side hustle, and that's how we grow it. So how do we actually focus? Can we focus our thoughts? That's pretty hard. When you try and think of one thing at one time, that's really, really hard. Okay? Can we focus our environment? So instead of having access to all these options and interference, we just limit them and say no. And that's what I'm going to talk about. Yes, we can. We can go off into a room and we can limit what we have access to, and that's how we focus our environment. And when we do that, that focuses our behavior. It breeds good behavior. We have no choice but to focus. So how do we actually focus our environment? If we're aiming for 3 hours of focus, we want in those 3 hours to be distraction free. And that's where we use the wall of no. And this is how we set up our environment. So this is the wall of no. It's basically saying no to anything that takes our attention away from the one thing that we're focusing on. This means no social media, no music, no people coming in and talking to you, no food that you're going to eat, chocolate or whatever, no emails, no tabs, whatever you can think of that pulls your attention away from your business, you're going to just simply say no to. And that does mean going off into your room, closing the door, being in a distraction-free environment and not having access to any of these, okay? So you just want to have your one tab on your laptop that you're focusing on and just focusing on that one thing, okay? So what are you going to experience when you're in this 3 hours, when you say no to all of this? These are all our threats to focus, okay? We're going to want to be distracted because of boredom, because of FOMO, anxiety, and stress. We're going to be bored because we don't have that dopamine stimulation we've been used to in the day. We are going to feel a sense of anxiety and FOMO. What if people are trying to contact me and message me and I'm not looking on my phone, okay? These are going to create these thoughts. And then you're going to be stressed because you're thinking about, I want to achieve a certain thing. I want to be productive. I only have 3 hours, okay? So how do we overcome these feelings, okay, and not react to them? Because when we react to them, we bring distractions in. Okay, so here are 3 suggestions. Focusing on the system, not result. So the point of deep work is not to achieve a certain goal. Okay, otherwise you're gonna want it too badly and you're gonna be result oriented. Instead, focus on the system. So simply focus on one thing for 3 hours. Embracing feelings and not reacting to them. So when you do feel bored, when you feel stressed, accept them and don't try and resist them. Don't try and distract yourself or uncover. Just completely accept them and then think in the long term, not in the short term. So you are doing 3 hours tonight, but every 3 hours is a practice step to the next 3 hours. You're growing your business in the long term, over the year, over the decade, and not in the day. The whole point of your 3 hours right now is to just practice the habit of focusing. And by doing that and doing that consistently, you will grow your business over the long term. Okay? So that's how you accept those feelings and not react to them, which will bring you to distractions. And that's how you keep up with the wall of no. So you're going to have these feelings instead and you accept them. And by saying no, you choose these feelings instead. And over time, you get more comfortable with these feelings and they become less of an issue. These feelings here. And you learn to accept them and it becomes easier to just say no to all of this. And that's what focus really is. And that's how you can do 3 hours. And for it to feel pretty effortless and it will take time, but I really think you can do it, and that's what I have been applying to myself. So finally, I want to just say that I am building a deep work community for people like me who have 9 to 5s and have a side hustle, and we're trying to maximize our productivity and time. We want to maximize our deep work. So the one thing about deep work is accountability is really beneficial, and that's where the community comes in. So if you want to click on this, my description, and join the community, if you have a 9 to 5 and you have a side hustle, you're going to get motivation, you're going to get accountability, and you're going to get tips to maximize your deep work. Okay, so you're going to grow your business as fast as you can while you have other responsibilities like a full-time job. Okay, so I'll see you there. Thank you.